Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War 3 with this Prussian campaign. So, last time around we saw the Spanish army defeated and is now scattered across France. And with that, the left flank is now secure for our forces up in Brussels to attack towards Paris. First target, however, is Reims in the Picardy-Champagne region. And the first task will be to cross the bridge over the river, does it say what it's called? Unfortunately, I am not able to tell, but yeah, we need to cross the river first, so we need to defeat these guys. The armies that we have in hand are the Prince Louis Ferdinand of Prussia and Gerhard von Scharnhorst, ready to cross. And I think we're gonna have the less experienced army under Scharnhorst going first. And then we can have the Prince army, which is more experienced, go up, being the front runner against these two, because we'll be fighting these two in one battle compared to this one, which I'm hoping is not able to draw support from the town. So yeah, we'll start by having Scharnhorst marching up the road, followed by the Prince. And then we'll just march into here. And he's not gonna intercept us, so the Prince can follow. And then Scharnhorst can go ahead and attack the French holding the bridge, which is Lan, actually. Although it's not look like an old decrepit fool, this guy. He only has got infantry, which could spell doom for the French. We'll see how this goes, and will also be the first time I think I bring into battle some of the vassal nation troops I have. So the Württemberger light infantry, which are comparable to the French light infantry in terms of accuracy, at least. I don't think the König infantry we've seen before. The Frankenfurter lines I don't think we have seen. So 2 new units. But let's not wait. Let's go on to battle, shall we? Right, so here's the plan, since I kind of hold all the cards on my side, because, well, I have cannons, the enemy doesn't, so they'll have to come to me, meaning I can create a massacre at the waiting spot. But I kind of want to mix it up a little bit, so we've got 1 unit over here that is going to cross the bridge at a certain point. So it's the Hussars, 2 units of Prussian Grenadiers, 2 units of Prussian Fusiliers. But over on this side we've got most of the army. So the cannons, we've got the Württembergers right here. And this is how they look. And then we've got all the musketeers of different kinds. And then we've got a Frankenfurt Voltigeurs, number 8 battalion, 150 men. And then next to that we've got our Silesian Jaeger battalion. So a lot of Jaegers on this side. And yes, let's go ahead and start, shall we? Gonna have the Jaegers move up there. And I'm gonna have the cannons placed on either side of the crossing. We're gonna have the Württembergers in between, ready to cross. And then we're gonna have the infantry lined up, ready to cross after. I'm at least gonna give the pretense that I'm going to cross, but most likely the French will just run onto this and get absolutely destroyed. And I'll send infantry out on the flanks and so forth. And then we have the dragoons to back all of this up. I'm gonna put Scharnhorst here to be a lookout. For now, we don't actually see any French troops besides the general, which is moving towards the bridge. Which I'm wondering if he's going to try and send troops to cross it. Which I would not like, so we're gonna actually spring these guys into action. Where I'm gonna have the Fusiliers take up position on either side of the bridge. And if anyone actually managed to, or if anyone's stupid enough to try and cross it, we're gonna have the Grenadiers ready to block them, and if all that fails, I have Hussars to be pushed in. So for some reason we can't... The enemy is not willing to reveal itself. Which we might have to cross the river to trigger them. But I want to be ready first. Right, so it looks like we're gonna have to cross. Just to trigger them, so the Wartenbergers will cross. Will march up some Silesian infantry to take the position of the Wartenbergers. As they are crossing, deploying the cannons on either side. Hopefully we'll be able to spot the French troops, see what they're up to. At this point it would be good to have one of those small Pathfinder units and send them across to actually scout and see where the enemy army is hiding. Now the commander has been on this side of the field next to the bridge, but that could be just to trick us. Not that the AI is that clever, but you never know. Right, so the Wartenbergers are making their slow advance across the waiting spot. And yet we have seen no enemies. Which I'm quite surprised. Right. There will most likely be on the left. I guess I'll send one of my cavalry units over to actually fully find them. We'll try to avoid riding through our formations as much as possible. Have the cavalry try to go around. They're gonna go through them anyways. And then cross the river. Trying to find out where the French army is hiding. Riding to the best of their ability, trying not to mess up my squares. I have crossed. We're gonna now swing out, try to find the enemy army. Our best bet is to move to the high ground first, and then move along the high ground to see if we can't find the French army. Now I'm actually surprised that I haven't seen it yet, even marching this far into. Okay, where now I'm a little bit, I wouldn't say worried, but where is the French army? Right, well, I guess we'll just ride and apprehend their general then. Ah, look at that. I do believe we have spotted them. And that's all of them. Like we came upon, like we kicked a hornet's nest. Suddenly there's French soldiers everywhere. The cavalry will retire and deliver the message that the French army has been found to the Wartenbergers, and then we'll see about having them cross back over. They are sending troops here, voltigeurs, So they got 3 units, where which... Okay, so they're gonna have just 2 voltigeers here to protect the bridge. It's probably gonna be enough. I don't know... they'll be pretty well protected on the bridge from fire from the flanks. Oh, we got 2 of them though. Oh shit, they're firing back from a concealed position while on the bridge, which I don't really get. I'll have the men retire further into the forest. I want the grenadiers a little bit further back. We're actually losing quite a few men out of this unit. I want them to come forward across the bridge, so the they keep firing from the concealed bloody positions, which I'm certainly not a fan of. But now as they're further forward, should definitely be able to see them. And as they're there, I will run some units forward. We'll try to get this one to actually be able to fire down the bridge. And let's see if we can't discover that unit that's on the bridge. Shoot it down. Like, it's right ahead of this unit. Okay, we're gonna run up on the bridge. If we don't see them then I don't know what's going on. I still can't see them. They're right there. My unit's right here. There we go. And yes, we managed to contact before they fired. They still managed to do quite the damage to my grenadiers. But the voltigeers can't really stand against the grenadiers. So the plan was originally just to hold this area, not to actually cross it. Look at that. They're I completely forgot about this. The Württembergers will hold just long enough for the cavalry to cross. Given the situation, I kind of feel that we have no other choice but to send over the grenadiers to shoot these guys down, because or to bayonet charge them, because they continuously put themselves, like, they hide from us. I can't actually reach them. Right, the Württembergers have started firing with the 56th Regiment of Foot. The cavalry has crossed. The Württembergers out here will now retire, and as they moved quite a bit, okay, the enemy's not firing back, so at this point we'll have both of them retire to original positions. The squares will be broken up and the troops to retire. Right, this grenadier unit is going to retreat across the bridge.
Our men are running for it.
We managed to bayonet charge those 2 units, but a kind of heavy cost for the grenadiers. Let's see if I can get the lines a little bit better on this side. So we might actually be able to reach the enemy and fire at them. I do think the grenadiers are going to come back. The Württembergers are crossing. As they're crossing, this battery will open fire. And for now I'll only fire round shot as I'm hoping that I can get all the French troops to be in one place as I destroy them. Since there's quite a lot of them, I want these two infantry units to set up on that side. And then we'll have these ready to join if necessary. I'll set up the dragoons as such, and then we can have Scharnhorst right behind the infantry. Let's go back to the bridge. Grenadiers are back in order, but we lost about 100 of them. 40 out of this, 60 out of this. Well, almost 100 out of 400. However, we cut down quite a lot of those voltigeurs to the point where one of the units was sent off the map. The question is if I can cavalry charge across the bridge. See about you getting out of the way. Having the cavalry cross and actually send away this unit. For some reason the cavalry decides to go kind of one by one. I kind of want... They could go at least two horsemen abreast crossing the river, and it's the captain who crosses first and goes right into them, and they launch a few Frenchmen far, far away. They quickly overwhelm the few voltigeurs that hold the bridge. Now I want the rest of the unit over here, so that we can go ahead and charge this regiment. Ah, what's going on over at the... The Frenchmen are really close, which we do not like. So I think it's time we fired a bit of grape shot. Surprisingly, a high casualties in this unit. I don't know how they managed to let the enemy voltigeurs get that close. Looking just on the voltigeur casualties, it seems like my infantry did not fire until they got here. Which, I mean, they should have fired a lot earlier onto the French, which I find a bit strange. Oh, where did I end up now? No one knows. The Hussars are getting fired upon by this unit. We'll see if the 38th will forget about the Hussars. We have only lost 6 Hussars, so it's not that bad. I think if I come through here, we can hide behind the hill, or that will soak up a lot of the musket fire. And that will protect the unit from a lot of the problem. I just want to make sure that this... I know, looking on the map, that we've got 2 units crossing. And the Vandenbergers are having a bit of trouble, but I would just want to make sure that this... Yeah, it looks like this is going to be okay. The Vandenbergers and the canister is sending the French away. However, I really want to get rid of as many of them as possible so that I don't have to fight them again. Right, the Hussars did their thing. Now they're going to move over here and hopefully just cut down everyone that tries to leave. And we're going to have the infantry units cross and try to get there as well. So I want as many French soldiers here on the crossing point as possible before I let rip with the canister. You know what? I think this is the time. So we got 6 12-pounder cannons ready to absolutely devastate the French troops. One unit in there actually is gonna stand and fight. The rest of them decided, you know what? No, we're gonna leave. The Hussars are about to arrive. We can see a few of their units are rallying. I want the Hussars to hide behind there. I still want the enemy to try and come and cross. The enemy general decides to urge his men to keep crossing. He is forced back as well. Oh yes, before I forget, someone actually wanted me to go in first person. I'll try a little bit, at least, to accommodate some of the things you guys want. Let's see this guy go on misfire. See if he wants to fire again. Nope. There we go. Ooh, that goes way too high. I think actually cannon fire is probably the cooler one to look through. To actually look from the barrel. So they're turning it. Fire the gun! Boom! I think we actually hit someone. Or at least his hat. Right, Hussars, ready to chase down all of these. My infantry units will see about getting here, whether units that are rallying are gathering up. Quickly, this turned to an absolute massacre, with very few Prussian casualties. Where are those famed? Where are those famed French cannons? So this army started off with not too many chevrons. They've definitely gained some through this battle. The Hussars making sure that... Oh, look at that, the captain is still alive, even through all those charges. He was the first one to cross the bridge. Goes straight into the enemy. With even the possibility of, you know, having musket fire fling right in his face. Single unit. Conscript unit. Decide that they're gonna fight a bit. However, how about 6 shots of canister? Let's fire a round shot. Ah, now we missed it. Let's see, the Hussars was in the forest. It's only one real unit left, and it's the 59th. And the general, I haven't got a message that he's died, so I'm guessing Lan is still living. Gonna tell the cannons to hold fire. We're gonna have the Hussars sweep in from the side and get rid of this line unit. The French are caught, the unit is caught in disarray. Let's see, ready to capture the flag. Oh, did they did manage to form a bloody square. Bastards. Turn the gun, for damn you. Oh no, 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 no. Let me see. There we go. Fire! And we hit the tree. That's why I was wondering why so many of my cavalry guys were dying, and it's because they managed to form square just in time, I guess. Well, oh, you're aiming for the line unit instead. Oh, no? Oh, you're still on canister. There we go. Round shot. If you please. Anyway, too high. Right, we'll go over to the other cannon. Ah, they just fire. Balls. The Tsars moved into the forest to hide. Away from the death caused by that bloody square. Oh, I was a bit worried there when I looked at... I thought this was the front line and I couldn't see the captain. But the captain's still there. Or whatever rank he holds. Right, the enemy is trying to cross, and it looked like the cannons were ready to fire once more. Great! Right into that birch tree. Wonderful shot. These guys are actually marching towards these battalions, which should move into battle formation immediately, ready to face off with the enemy. Oh, you're looking in the wrong way, though. No, not the... There we go. Misfires are certain. You have 2 misfires. Come on. What did you do with your powder, sir? Oh, now you fired? We didn't get the fellow? Let's see. Everyone's reloading. And now they're falling back. Let's see, once more for the cannon. Let's see if you can actually hit true. I think we should have looked at the other one. Right, these guys are ready. I think it looks like we're gonna cleave that birch tree right in... Yeah, right into. Too many trees, I'm afraid. See, go through the process. They should be pretty quick with reloading these cannons. That was a lot quicker than I thought. Ooh, I think this one might actually almost hit the French. At least, I guess the tree is in the way. Once they're in the open, we should be able to get pretty good shots on them. And battle is won, I'm afraid, before that happens. We have a few units. I'll have the hussars run them down. Tell the cannons to hold fire. So there we go. The river crossing is secure for our further movements. And there we have the results. So the French lost 2,000 men and we lost 255. I'll bet the cannons were the ones that did the most. 400 and 300, and the hussars, and then the light Württemberg infantry did a lot of damage. Silesian Jaeger Battalion lost 1 man, killed 65. Who lost the most out of it's actually one of the Württemberg units. I wonder what happened there. I guess I can go back and take a look at the replay and find out why they took so many losses right there. But very good. We have secured the river crossing. French army is pushed into retreat. And they're moving back towards the capital. Or hit the bridge there. Right, now it's up to the next target, in which the prince is going to move forward. This one is most likely going to be intercepted, since the strength is equal. However, given the time of this episode, I think we're going to end it right here, so this will be continued in the next one. But as I always say, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.